Disney Gundam, and I know I haven't posted in a long time, and but I've been pretty busy, a lot of stuff. I have been finishing stuff, I have been moving stuff around, building new stuff at the same time, redoing older customs, preparing for the World Cup in 2015, which is later this year. So I've been quite a busy person, and school, of course. So I haven't been able to post as much YouTube videos, and I'm sorry about that. So, but yeah, I also do have a Facebook page which is called Alt Customs, Gunpla and More, which is basically ALT, and they're all capital, and a space, and then customs, and basically that's where I post the bulk of my newer works because it's just a fun place to keep my portfolio of all the works that I've done that I'm pretty proud of. Here's one of them right now. I'm actually going to do a showcase for this. This is my custom 1/244 scale Amethyst Victory Gundam from Gundam Build Fighters Try, and this is part 1 of 3 of my Team G Master collection, which I am still working on. But yeah, so since this is part 1, might as well check out the kit itself. It's built off of the HGUC Victory Gundam, which just recently came out. The backpack and the Hexa rifle are all scratch built. I really thought that the original backpack for the Impulse Gundam wasn't as cool looking as the one that, or just cool in general, so I added a lot more edges to it, and I gave it a much more interesting shape, whereas the older one was just like a chunk. Also, there is articulation on these parts, which allow it to move up and down. They're on ball joints, and of course there is an attachment point right here, where the swords will attach. So, but I'll show that off later. For now, let's just go ahead and look at the Victory Gundam. So first off, we're going to take off his accessories, which are this Hexa rifle, which was kind of a last minute thing. I just really liked seeing it in that one scene, which it only did show up in one scene, so I guess that's the cool part about it, I guess. The Hexa rifle is a very interesting weapon. I know the HGUC version is a lot more detailed, and it has that whole transforming gimmick, which is pretty cool as well, and I have a lot of respect for Bandai for putting all this cool stuff out. Yeah, especially all this Victory Gundam stuff. Yeah, so here's the Hexa rifle. It is pretty primitive in the scratch building world because it's really basic shapes. Yeah, but you got the sensor inside there, which is just a round thing. You got the other handle right here, which I just didn't even bother to scratch build the actual handle portion because it would actually scratch up the paint too much and just end up coming off anyways. But yeah, so there's that. Now moving on to the main suit. I just painted the gun one color, all this dark gray. I used a very light pink to kind of add in that effect that the Victory Amethyst has. Some people argue that it's actually white, but I like it as this very like light. It's not pink. Oh, sorry, it's like purple, like amethyst kind of purple. So I tried to play around with a lot of purple tone colors, and it definitely went pretty good. But yeah, there was one scene where it did look pretty purple, so I'll give it that. But yeah, basically it's just a nice, clean paint job. Clean in my opinion. I thought I did pretty okay with it. No mock-ups of anywhere. Most of the issues that I would reflect back on are actually on these backpacks, because this is my first time scratch building swords. Like in this manner, is basically what I did is I stacked plastic on top of plastic and created these. Now you can see a lot of the plastic right there, the layering of the stacking, as well as the roughness of the shape overall. It's not very edgy. It's sort of round because I actually started using this kind of like kind of cheap Dremel, I guess. So yeah, there's that, and essentially. Yeah, so here's the sword, and this is actually the first time I actually started adding a curvature to the sword, because the sword, when you stack plastic on top of plastic, all you'll get is a big horizontal block, but when you start curving the edges slightly, it creates the edges that a sword has, the serrated kind of edge that allows it to become a really nice looking sword. So I definitely was pretty proud of that. It was fun to try it out. It wasn't as hard as I thought it would. I was really worried about getting all the edges equal, but it actually turned out pretty good if you ask me. But yeah, so basically there's that. So I'll go ahead and detach the other one off, and we can go ahead and check out how it combines. Pretty simple. Since they're on opposite ends, you just snap them together. There's a little peg in between, and you get the Victory Amethyst's double-edged anti-ship swords. So these can just go ahead and fit in the hand. I'm going to go ahead and show that off. So yeah, 1 second. This hand is frightening me. Alright, so go ahead and put that off in the hand, and then going to put the hand cover over there. And yeah, so there's the anti-sip sword for the Victory Gundam. It actually holds it pretty well. It's a light sword. The handle is just a sprue that I cut because it's a relatively small size. What I do love about the Victory Gundam in and of itself is that it's just a great model kit on its own. The articulation is fantastic. I was contemplating getting another one because it was pretty cool, but I didn't because I was like, that's kind of not. I didn't buy multiple of the same kits if I'm just gonna do something with it. But yeah, here is the backpack. Now the backpack is supposed to be removable. I don't remember if I made it removable, but yeah, and it has these little beam boomerangs. I do have effect parts for them. They're just pieces of plastic. They don't look that spectacular, but they just peg into the back right here, and they do fit inside the hands, but they don't look that great because it never used it in anime. So there that is. So basically, in a nutshell, that is the Victory Gundam Amethyst from Gundam Build Fighters Try. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this. There's a full album on Facebook if you guys want to go ahead and check it out. Now that is the older version. This is the 2.0 version because I actually received a lot of nice constructive criticism on my album, and they told me that a lot of the edges had to be fixed on the scratch built sword. So I went ahead and sanded those down and definitely got a much better, cleaner look out of it. So I'm pretty proud of that. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this review, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. It ran a little long. I'll definitely be doing more showcases because I have a lot more stuff to show off. And I'll see you guys at the next review.